Hey there, you're watching the Dave Does channel. I am Dave Does, and today I'm going to be checking out Lovebites and the Castaway. Now, there are going to be some Lovebite fans that tuned into this and going, "Oh no, not this guy! What are you doing, Dave? Dave, stop it! You don't like Lovebites, so why the hell are you watching this video?" Okay. I never said I don't like Lovebites. I'm going to point that out. I've said there are certain elements of songs that I didn't enjoy, but I really appreciate this band. I appreciate what they do. There are certain bits that have never quite resonated with me, and that's the main thing with the song. I listened to that. So when we did Judgment Day, we listened to the album, and we actually thought the album as a whole on the ADK Rock and Metal channel was a good album, but it never quite resonated with me. And I don't know why. So it's some, and I've not come back to Lovebites for over a year. It's been over a year since I've come back, and the reason I wanted to do this was it was a new release. I thought it's a good time to come back and revisit albums because your musical taste, your as you experience new albums, new bands, etc., your taste changes. Because I know for a fact there are certain bands that I enjoy now that I really never liked like 10 years ago, and there are bands that I loved 10 years ago that I listen to now and I've got no interest in them. I think the songs aren't that good or they're weak, but I remember at the time thinking these were brilliant bands. So musical taste changed, and I wanted to come back and check this one out and give the band another chance to see if they can win me over, because people really love Lovebites. There's some severe like dedication to like I mean, this is like quite scary, some fandoms that they go on with this, like the dedication from the fans here. So anyway, we're going to watch this video. It's 6.5 minutes, give or take. So I'm not pausing it. I'm not talking over it. I'm going to watch it from start to finish, and I'll talk about it at the end. There's two elements. I'll be talking about the song itself, and I'll be talking about the video itself. So let's check this out. Let's go. Okay, there we go, Lovebites and the Castaway. So we're going to break it into two parts, the video and the musical elements. I'm going to talk about the video first. This is very reminiscent of late 90s, early 2000s videos from bands like Linkin Park, etc. So CGI generated backdrops. So in this case, we've got a ship, basically, with lots of different camera angles, shot in a either blue room, I would say probably blue room rather than green room. So all shot in there and then obviously superimposed on. The important part here is that obviously it's not just a static camera, so you've got a camera that's moving around the ship and there it fixed in position, so obviously had to be tracked and mapped to the ship. So it's not just like we can generate a ship and then dump it in. Everything has to be coordinated. So excuse me, I just drank my coffee too quickly during that video. So yeah, I thought it was good. Just needed to really expand out on the story. It's 6.5 minutes long. And now probably almost 2 minutes of that is all down to solos, so it's probably not the end of the world. It doesn't have a huge amount of stories, but to a Castaway, I thought was someone who was to be casted away. Isn't that being thrown away, to be left alone on the ship? This felt more like a to cast off than a Castaway. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there. So let's talk about the so there's nothing more I can really say on the video. It was nicely done, but it could do with some expansion out. It's more of a performance-based video with an interesting backdrop, I guess. So let's talk about the musical element. Really love the drumming on this track. I mean, she's just a metronome. She's just a powerhouse of a drummer. Some great, just solid all the way through. I mean, this is power metal at its best at this point on this one. Some great thrashy riffs in there as well. Just a lot of guitar work in there, which is great. The solos really nice, back and forth between the two of them. I'm not a biggest fan of solos personally. I think they can add value to the song. Sometimes it feels like, especially in power metal, that they become something that is you have to put them in, whether it adds value to a song or not, to get these dual solos. But they sounded really good. I think if I was to listen to a whole album with not just Lovebites, but a whole album with power metal, I wouldn't be able to tell you which solo came from which song, because they're always really good. They work within the song, but there's a lot of similarities between the tracks, because there's a lot of similarities in what's going on in the background. Usually double kick with a lot of down guitar riffs behind it, or big open power chords. Bass got a little bit of a chance to kind of bass solo off it a little bit, but didn't really do much. I mean, it sounded very cool, but didn't add anything to the track. So it didn't like have its. It almost felt like we're going to give her her own little bass solo section just so that she doesn't feel put out. When really it didn't need to have that solo in there. It's great when it adds value. So when you get a bass solo, it's a really cool section that adds value to the song and it's integral to the song itself. But this felt like a little bit of like, we need to give her something to stand out, like the guitarists do and the drummers do and the vocalists get to do the soar in range and so forth. So but when she was, I mean, as a whole, as a piece on its own, really like what she did on bass. Didn't feel like it added anything to the song personally, but it sounded cool. And you didn't really hear her throughout the rest of the song. She was very much buried behind the guitars, and because the drums are double kicking and the bass is kind of as well, it's really hard for that bass to stand out. So I understand why you don't hear it as much in the mix. And then we get to the vocals. Now, vocals has always been the one I'm the most critical of, and I'll probably still be critical personally. And again, this is a personal thing. Absolutely nothing wrong with her vocals at all. I really like what she does on the chorus when she's soaring, when she's really pushing, and she's got this dual layer of vocals. So she's got her lower vocals and she's got the higher vocals. Sounds really good. She's got this powerful soaring vocal line. Now this is English lyrics, and I couldn't quite the definition of the lyric. I completely forgot until near the end that it was actually being sung in English. Which I should have. I should have really paid more attention to that, and I apologise for it. I sincerely apologise. I only realised at the end that I wasn't paying as much attention to the lyrics because I was listening to the instrumental elements. I did find with her verse stuff. Do you know what? I was trying to work out what it made me, because I remember saying I can't remember what I actually said as far as like my very first Lovebites video on ADK. But it sounds like she had like, for me when I was listening to this, it sounds like when someone talks to you where they got a bit of the block nose. They're singing here with a slightly blocked sinus. That's what it sounds like to me when she's singing the verses. That she's got like slightly blocked sinuses. But when she sings on the chorus and she really elevates, she's singing past that and she's like pushing the sinus pressure away. So it's a personal preference, I guess. Really liked the music on the track. Straightforward on the verses, great guitar solos, and great uplifting choruses. Great vocals on the chorus. Verses could take it or leave it, to be honest. It didn't engage me on the verses for the vocals, just purely because of the, as I said, it sounded, all I could get in my head was it just sounded like she had a bit of a blocked nose. Good look. Really like the look of the band. As I said, I like the uniformity. The only thing I've ever questioned about it was what was the reason for picking the white dresses in the first place. Because I always like to know the lore, the history behind it. And don't worry, someone's already answered it. It's been answered many times. I asked the question early on of why they did it, and people sort of went, "Oh, why are you focusing so much on them in their white dresses? Why can't you just get past that?" I was like, "Oh, it wasn't focusing. It was a question at the time. I just wanted to know for my own edification." So I've already got the answer for that. Okay, you don't need to answer why they wear white now. I know why they wear white. And I like the look. It looks really good. And I liked all the stage performance elements and everything looks really great. But yeah, very late 90s, early 2000s looking music video. Good musical elements to the song, great vocals in the chorus. Verses a little bit let down for me vocally, just doesn't work for me or engage with me, but nothing wrong with them. Just in my ear, I hear a certain way. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Be appreciative. Has it convinced me to check out more Lovebites? Probably not. But that's fine. They've got thousands and thousands and thousands, millions of fans around the world. They don't need me to be another fan for them. I can appreciate them for what they do, which is they do great power metal and thrash metal and classic metal that their fans absolutely love. They put on great shows for people. So why it's just not something that has engaged with me yet. But I'm determined at one point maybe my brain is going to switch and I'm going to hear something slightly different, and maybe that will happen, but we'll wait and see. There you go, Lovebites and Castaway. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on a video sometime very soon. Take care.